What's up guys, this is Cody here, and today in this video we're going to be going over the changes and what's new in iOS 13 Beta 2. So if you guys want to install iOS 13 Beta 2, it's really simple. I did a tutorial on it. Apple just released the beta profile, so it makes things a whole lot easier than it was to install iOS 13 Beta 1. So if you guys want a tutorial on how to do that, be sure to check the link in the description below. I'll also put a link on the screen right here if you want to click in the top right hand corner. So let's go ahead and get into some of these changes, quite a few changes that I've found on iOS 13 Beta 2. So right here I have two iPhone 10s. This one's on iOS 13 Beta 1. This one's on iOS 13 Beta 2. So you're going to be able to see the differences on some of these features if I have them going side by side. Now there's going to be a few features that the iPhone 10 doesn't get, only newer devices get, like the 10R or the 10S. So I'm going to be showing some things on both of these. I'll be sure to describe it so you guys don't get confused or anything, but that's kind of the format that we're going to be going for here. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that I want to talk about is look around. So in iOS 13 Beta 2, you now have look around in Honolulu and Vegas. So on Beta 1, you only had it in LA. It may have been in Vegas. I don't think it was. I didn't check. But now you have Honolulu's here. So if we go ahead and open this up, I already have Honolulu right here, but you have the little look around icon right there that you can just tap on, and you can make this full screen and you can look around just by tapping there. Of course, if we go in here on Beta 1 and we have Honolulu right here, you don't have the look around icon, meaning that it's not available. So this is obviously going to roll out a whole lot more places throughout the year. So that's going to be pretty interesting once they actually, get to your specific location. I mean, if you live in Honolulu or Vegas or something, then you're all set. But it's nice to see that they're adding more locations to look around in the newer betas. Now, one of the features that the iPhone 10 did not get is a new camera feature that's called high key light mono in portrait mode. So you can see if we go ahead and open up our camera, our iPhone 10 doesn't have that option. If we swipe all the way over to the right, we still just have stage light mono. But I have some screenshots of what this is going to give you. So I stole both of these photos from 9to5Mac. This is basically showing the high key light mono feature. That's basically just a new portrait mode filter to use right here. And also you're going to get a bar right down here at the bottom after you take the picture to adjust the lighting. So you basically have two new features here. These are built into all the different portrait modes. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten to mess with it since it's not available on my devices that I have here on Beta 2. But this little light bar right here, apparently some people are complaining that it's beautifying the picture. So if you have a picture of yourself and then you're sliding this thing to make it more intense or taking it more away, it actually looks like it's, kind of blurring out your face and putting that fake filter over your face, which is pretty unfortunate. Hopefully at some point I'll get some more hands-on time here with it. Now, another nice feature that's added to Beta 2 is the ability to use APFS formatted drives. So that's just Apple file system drives. So if you have some storage devices that are using this format, then Files is going to be compatible with it now, which is good. Now in the Home app, we actually got a new HomePod splash screen here that you can see. This is a screenshot that I took when I was, kind of going through it and looking at everything. But it says the Siri can recognize your voice in this home and allow you to use any HomePod in this home to play your music, ask Siri questions, or access personal information when your devices are nearby. Another splash screen here, it's talking about adding your profile to your Apple TV. So you can basically access all your movies, TV shows, and movies and everything. So it's just nice little things that kind of put things into perspective. You also get a splash screen here for opening up your Health app, which is a little bit different and gives some more information that you can read through here. I'll just let you pause it and read it if you want to. And if I swipe over, this is basically just scrolling on this particular app card. We also get a nice splash screen here for maps when you first open it up in Beta 2. It's basically telling you San Francisco, Las Vegas, and Honolulu are now available for look around. Also gives you a quick rundown of favorites and collections and Siri suggestions. Now also here in the Photos app, one thing that I noticed if you tap on the share sheet and you scroll down here, you're going to notice that there is a little emblem right here for create a watch face that says display image to prevent warning. So apparently they forgot to put the icon in for this, or they removed it for some reason. I'm sure they'll get that added in the next beta. Now if we go into Safari here, again this is Beta 1, this is Beta 2, and we scroll down to the share sheet and tap on that, you'll notice that we have some different options up here. So at the very top, of the share sheet, you'll see that we have options on beta 2. So if we tap on that, it's basically going to give you a couple of options. You have the ability to send this in PDF form or web archive, or just leave it as automatic, and then it's going to pick the most suitable format for each app or action. Now, if we go over here to shortcuts and open that up, if we go into automation and we click on create a personal automation, you'll notice that we have NFC over here on beta 1, and it's been removed in beta 2 because basically you can't use the NFC action with the NFC tag on an iPhone 10. So it was basically put here by mistake, but you should still see the NFC option here on the newer devices, so like the iPhone XR or the iPhone XS. Now, unfortunately, in beta 2, 3D touch has not been fixed. It's still using that haptic touch. It seems to work inside the settings when you're trying to set up 3D touch, but for some reason it just doesn't work on any location for me. Apparently people are getting mixed results of where 3D touch is working, and depending on what device they're on and all that good stuff. But on the iPhone 10, I'm not getting 3D touch. I mean, you can still see it's using that haptic touch with just the long press. I am just not a fan of haptic touch, especially when we have the ability to have 3D touch. Now, another thing that I want to talk about is when you have 3D touch or haptic touch and you use it on one of the icons on your home screen, you actually get a little noise that's new in beta 2. So make sure that I have this turned up all the way. It's really faint, so I'll try to turn up the audio so you guys can hear this. I don't know if you will or not, so let's give it a shot. I'm gonna put the microphone pretty close. Okay, I think you guys could probably hear that. It sounds pretty loud. I can hear it from back here, so I think the mic would have picked that up. But it's a nice and satisfying little noise. Now, if we hop into files real quick, if we're in the browse tab right down here and we're looking for our locations, you can see if you tap the little ellipses in the top right hand corner, you get a connect to server on beta 1 and beta 2, but it doesn't work in beta 1. But it does work in beta 2. So you can use this to connect to network attached storage if you have that around your house, and then manage your files by using that option. Now, also here in screen time in iOS 13 beta 2, you get the ability to have downtime synced to the Apple Watch. So this is a new feature in beta 2. I can't show it explicitly just because I don't have my Apple Watch on the newest firmware, but this is according to Apple's release notes, so it's definitely there. Another new feature for notes, you can actually change this in the settings. So if we hop out of this and we go over to our notes settings, you're gonna have a new option that's going to allow you to sort checked items. So you can see right here that we have that little tab right there that says sort checked items. If you tap on that, you can set that to manually or automatically. So if you used checked items inside of your notes, then automatically is going to move all the items that have been checked to the bottom of the list. So they're basically out of the way. So if you want to set that up, you can do that. Now, something else that some people are going to be interested in is 4 new Animoji stickers. So these are the new Animoji stickers: the peace sign, the cross your fingers, the shh emoji, and the thinker. So if you're a huge Animoji lover, you're gonna like these additions. Now, another addition, if you use CarPlay, you're actually gonna get album artwork now. So it's gonna make things look a whole lot nicer in that UI. So you'll also notice here that I have voice control enabled on beta 2 and beta 1. One thing you'll notice is the new little blue microphone right in the top left-hand corner right next to your time that shows that voice control is enabled. You're not gonna have that in beta 1. Another change you'll notice in Safari, if you go through and try to delete your history, if we just tap over here, that the text has changed from blue to red. So we have blue over here, and then the new beta, it all turns to red. Also in beta 1, you can see, you can't see the sleep markers in beta 1. So that's kind of annoying. They're very, very faint. You can kind of sort of see them in real life, but you probably can't see them on camera. But over here in beta 2, they fixed that, so you're able to see all your sleep markers. Now, if you're on the home screen and you do a haptic touch or 3D touch, whatever's working for you, you actually get an option here on the icon to add a widget. So you can see in beta 1, that's not there. Now we have it back here in beta 2. Now hopping into settings and then going into Safari, you notice that we have a new toggle right down here that says show link preview. So you can toggle that on or off. You'll notice that we don't have it here in beta 1. Now here in accessibility, You also see if we scroll down, you'll notice that we have a new option here under hearing for RTT or TTY for your phone calls. You can toggle that on now right here in beta 2. Now, if you go into your iCloud here and you tap on this, you'll notice that we're missing an iCloud emblem. Obviously, this is something that's going to be added back in. This is probably just a bug. We'll probably see that back in beta 3. Now, if we go into our App Store here and we tap on our icon or our account, you'll notice that we have a little different layout right here. So if we scroll down, you'll see all the updated recently applications that we have right here. Of course, you don't have those over here on beta 1, so this is a new addition. Also over here in shortcuts, if we open that back up here, if we go over to this screen right here, you're gonna notice that we're gonna have some different icons. So depending on what application your shortcut pertains to, so like the STALK app, you can see, did not mean to do that. Let's go back here, you have the STALK apps, you have the weather, and you can see how these are different because we just have a generic little magic wand sort of emblem right there. But if you're using specific applications to open it up or inside of these shortcuts, then it's gonna use that application inside the Shortcuts app. Now I wanna hop back into our photos here and go to the share sheet again. So if we scroll down here and we scroll down all the way, you're gonna notice that we have two options right here, one being more, one being manage. Not to mention, I think that the text has gotten a little bit bigger on beta 2. Kind of hard to tell, but it just kind of looks like that. Maybe it's the black and white or the dark and light. So, but if we tap on these under manage, you're gonna see it changes a little bit right here. So you used to have an edit button right over here in the top right hand corner. Now they've changed that to where you can basically just drag and drop these. So if we wanted to move these or disable them, then you're able to do that. So you can see over here for edit, it basically gives you this ability, but they've just gotten rid of having to tap that edit button in order to make those changes. Now also here in the settings, if you tap on your name right up here at the top, you'll notice that we have a new section right down here at the bottom for subscriptions. All right, guys, that's all that I found so far in iOS 13 Beta 3. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys have found some new features that I didn't mention in this video, be sure to let me know in the comments below. I really look forward to checking them out. Again, if you guys want to download and install Beta 2 and you haven't yet, be sure to check the link in the description below for a tutorial. And of course, if you guys want to stay up to date with everything Apple, iOS 13, or basically anything that I want to cover, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on those bell notifications, and I'll see you in the next video.